Hey, it's Ray McNamara. So first of all, I've got a residency at Monk's on Wednesdays at 7 o'clock, aka Wednesdays at Monk's, aka Day Monk Namara Wednesdays at Mix. Not that one. Real quick, I'm just gonna edit that in like whoosh. Because that's on Wednesdays, I'm gonna move my video day from Wednesday to bleep, bloop, Tuesday. Bleep, bloop, Tuesday.
Bleep Bloop Tuesday.
Like a cup of coffee, but for your brain. Anyway. I'm taking it very seriously. That means that I want to try to get better every week in a concrete way. So I thought I would share with you what I did last week and what I'm working on for this coming week. Part of what's inspired me to do this is I've been going through some concert videos that I think are sort of groundbreaking. Like Stop Making Sense by the Talking Heads. I'm a humongous Talking Heads fan. David Byrne is my space dad. So one of the things I find interesting about Stop Making Sense in particular is the way that they show you how a show is built. Starts off with just David Byrne on acoustic guitar, and then Tina Weymouth comes out on bass, and you can see all of the rigging and the piles of ropes and the staircase and all the stuff that's on stage, but normally there's a curtain in front of it. And they start wheeling out these big sort of set pieces with the other instruments on it, and as the show progresses, it becomes more and more of a put together show. So I'd like to share with you how a show is put together before the show, if that makes sense. This is how I did it before. The BeatStep Pro, so pretty. This thing saves my sequences for the bass and the drum samples. And then this is sort of my code to decipher which sequence is saved on what set and which drum samples I'm supposed to use. And this is a complete mess. So for this past show, what I did, so I put these two pieces of tape on the sequencer, and you can see there are song titles on the bottom one, and then on the top there's that color-coded sort of thing, and that tells me which drum sample kits are appropriate for which tunes. I also added 4 songs to the set list. Moonrise Satellite, Stella Bloom, a cover of Lover's Spit by Broken Social Scene, and the one I'm really excited about is called Bed of Wires. And that actually leads me to what I want to do for this coming week. That song needs to be in a different key, needs to be a little higher, needs to be a little faster. When I was backing up all the sequences and rearranging them, I accidentally deleted the bridge of one of the songs, The Ritual. I need to do that. Thirdly, I found addressing the audience felt a little awkward. I guess because when I'm playing with Galactic Escort Service, I'm sort of doing a character, and it's been a minute since I had solo shows, so it feels a little rusty talking to the audience. It's hard to find where the line is for acknowledging the artificialness of a show and saying, okay, I'm a performer, this is what I'm giving you, and the fact that a lot of the audience are close friends of mine, and it feels weird to ignore them and ignore things that we were talking about earlier in the day. So I want to be better at that. Tom Waits and St. Vincent, who is right there, both do these sort of 30-second, half prearranged spoken word weird things. Tom Waits seems to have these fun stories about,
Sarah Bernard was an actress. She had her leg amputated, and Barnum and Bailey bought the leg and put it in a big jar of formaldehyde. And one day, Sarah Bernhardt was doing Shakespeare in some dive bar, and she went across the street to see the sideshow and discovered that her leg was making more money than she was.
You know, it's a great little miniature story in there, and it's funny, and it's weird, it's captivating, and I want to see if maybe I can incorporate not exactly that, but something like that, with that as inspiration, we'll say. Another thing inspired by the ideas of Stop Making Sense is I wonder if it would be interesting to see exactly how all of this stuff happens, because most of the work of making the song happens before the show, and I wonder if it would be interesting to people to sort of sequence drum samples on this and get a groove going, and then sequence the bass line, and just sort of show the way that these songs are created. I worry it'll be a little boring. It takes like 3 minutes sometimes before it ever feels like music. So I don't know. I'd like to add songs to the set list every week too. Getting more funky guitar riffs in there is a good idea. I don't think I can maintain the sort of output like I had last week where I added 4 songs. I'd love to invite you to help with the process of making the show better. It's difficult to know the concrete ways to improve all of the time. So I'd like to invite all of you to give me constructive criticism, or even destructive criticism. Just be a prick to me, whatever. I really want to get this show better, and I need feedback from the people seeing the show. Come on Wednesdays. It's Wednesdays at 7 o'clock. It'll be done before reggae night. It's perfect. Yeah, so come to a show and let me know what you think. Or just leave a comment. When I look at the state of modern musical performance, I see a lot of room for improvement. But right now, I don't feel like I'm in a place where I can begin to innovate in that way. So my goal right now is to get to the level where I can put on a show that is on the level of some of these really heavy-hitting national touring acts that put on really fantastic shows. So Wednesdays at 7 at Monk's. Come by, come help me make the show better. Thanks. While you're at it, like and subscribe to this thing, you know? Because getting to a wider audience, getting a wider sample base of people that can give me feedback will definitely help the show too. Yeah. Thank you.